Thank you, sir. Little courtesy goes a long way. To me, a good stop is one you can't even feel. People riding with you, they're not even aware that you're stopped. It's that smooth, gradual. You jerk people around, it can be more than a little discomforting to the passengers, and it sure doesn't do the vehicle any good. Temperature 93, a little after 3 p.m. Again, a little bit more traffic than coming over. This one here, we have 2 lanes. They haven't set it up yet, but this is a metered on-ramp. There's 2 lights up here that control access. It says stop here on red. And when those lights are working, you have to stop. And what it's supposed to do is control the flow of traffic onto the freeway. Now I'm in 3rd gear here, and upshift drive. Ease on over. I usually stay out of this lane because, as you can see, it is usually populated by trucks, big trucks. Even though I am in a truck, I'm not that big. Indicator comes on, telling me my turn indicator's on. Diamond lanes. Diamond lanes in this area are time controlled, meaning that certain hours of the day they're in effect, and they're usually during the commute hours of, say, like 6 to 10 o'clock in the morning and 3 to 7 o'clock in the evening, in the afternoon and the evening. So be aware of that. If you're in between those times, go ahead and use the number 1 lane. Otherwise, it's restricted to carpools, vehicles with more than 1 passenger. And also, you have some of these diamond lanes require more than 2 people, or I'm sorry, require 3 people or more. So you have to read the sign and see what the requirements are to use it. So it may be 2 people or more, or 3 people or more. again, set up my following distance here. It's a warm day, so I'm not going to push the vehicle here. No turn indicator, so chances are he's not going to stay in this lane very long. But again, it's up to me to keep the following distance. Just a little bit. I see an emergency vehicle up here, so I have to be aware of that. Following him, so it's one of the downsides of having the windows up in the summertime is that it virtually eliminates all the noises around you, and you might not hear a responding ambulance or police or fire vehicle until he's right on top of you. So just include the rear view mirror in your scan every once in a while. Make sure that there's nobody creeping up on you that needs to get by. Vehicle in front of me is going away. He's opening on me, so I don't need to adjust my speed. Just let him go. I'm satisfied with the speed I have. Notice my hands are not at the traditional 10 and 2 position on a steering wheel. It came out here last week before last, that with newer vehicles now that have airbags in the steering column, it is safer for the driver to keep the hands at the lower positions, say the 4 or 7, 8 o'clock position. That way, if that airbag goes off, you're not going to rip your arms up. I can pretty well tell my speed just by listening to the sound of the road, sound of the tires, the engine. Slacks off, I'm slowing down. If it increases in the whine or it gets louder, I'm speeding up. So after a while you develop that sense. Moderate traffic, moving pretty good. Again, big truck traffic will usually lay claim to the number 2 and 3 lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4. exit point here, so I'm just going to scooch on over. Now this lane to the right is a lane in it itself. It does not merge with traffic. However, you can